What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, I've kind of covered this in the last couple SS86 Optimus videos, but I'd figure I'd make a dedicated video to these topics of discussion on this figure because it really does sort of change the landscape of the Generations line as we know it since it started in, I mean, you could say 2006 with Classics, but really they started using the Generations tagline in 2010. Really, the past 14 years, this release with 86 Optimus here changes it in multiple ways, okay? I'm going to list them here, and then we're going to dive into them. One is scaling, second, accuracy, third, design, and Optimus Prime figures going forward having to compete with this 86 Optimus as 4, and the last one being a Megatron to go along with this new G1 Optimus, which we do know we're getting a figure of due to the listing leak a few months back as a Studio Series 86 leader class coming out sometime next year. We're not sure if it's early, mid, or late 2025. If I had to assume, it would be somewhere around mid-2025, I'd say, but that's just me speculating. So I guess let's delve into the Megatron side of things. So this Optimus is significantly taller than the Earthrise one. It's a lot more cartoon accurate. It's got a lot more bells and whistles to it. It's a lot more streamlined than any other G1 Prime we've gotten before it. So that means his arch enemy, his sort of brother in most iterations, he needs that same sort of treatment to actually look good alongside each other, whether you're just, a displayer or you're a photographer or a stop motioner, all those things, it matters having those two to match with each other. Because as is, you put him next to the Siege figure, he's bigger than the Siege, Earthrise, and whatever other G1 Megatron figure you want to put there with the new 86 Optimus. So it really begs the question, how are they going to make this Megatron equal to this new 86 Optimus, considering he is also just a leader class? I mean, it's obviously better than him just being another Voyager class figure, which I always thought was dumb. Megatron needs to at least be a leader class all the time, and the fact that they did every other iteration of Megatron as a leader class the past 5 years, except for G1 Megatron, both times, 2 years in a row, that was absolutely pathetic. So I'm glad they're at least remedying that sort of thing that has been complained about for many years now with G1 Megatron figures. It's still sort of questionable because Optimus is a commander. That's a $90 figure compared to a $60 figure, a $30 difference. So there's a lot more wiggle room for Optimus to be a much better figure than Megatron still. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to handle this new G1 Megatron to coincide with this new 86 Optimus. So hopefully we finally get our definitive G1 Megatron, and I think we will. In terms of Optimus Prime figures going forward, I'm not even just talking about G1 Optimus Prime redos, because with this 86 figure coming out, I'm sure they're not going to want to touch a G1 Optimus Prime unless if it's like a Voyager or a Deluxe class for many years to come. They probably want to get their mileage out of this new 86 mold for as long as they can. Probably at least 7 years, I'd say, until they do a new G1 Optimus at some point, which is inevitable. I mean, it's G1 Optimus Prime. He's the main character of it all. It's his most iconic design. They're not going to leave this design in the dust for too long. In terms of it competing with future Optimus Prime figures coming out, because y'all know they're not going to stop making Optimus figures, especially for other iterations that we still need redone in the modern era, such as Energon, Cybertron, Optimus Prime, some of the comic designs. There's still a lot out there that they haven't done. They still got to redo Prime Universe Optimus, and even taking into account the movie figures of Optimus that have yet to come out. It's going to be weird dealing, okay, so you got this pretty much perfect commander class G1 Optimus Prime, and y'all know the G1 design is basically the main generalization for almost every Optimus design. I'm not going to say every. So you kind of got a little bit of competition there with your own character, especially for people who don't care about exact specifics and exact design looks, and they just want one Optimus Prime in their collection. They're gonna be like, why would I buy this trash Voyager Optimus when I could get this perfect Commander class Optimus that has all the bells and whistles and has everything with the G1 Optimus that I've been asking for God knows how long, depending on how old you are, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. There's gonna be a little bit of that element to it too, going forward with all these future Optimus releases. Less with the ones that aren't really too G1 inspired in design, like Cybertron or Energon Optimus, because y'all know those are inevitably going to be redone at either Commander or Leader class, depending on how they want to release the combiner components. Definitely Commander class for Cybertron Optimus, but who knows what they're going to do with Energon Optimus. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see in the coming years the competition that this Commander Optimus is going to bring to the table with these future releases. But next up here, in terms of the design, it is extremely streamlined, multiple steps for the transformation, very cartoon accurate and simple in design. The articulation with the butterfly joints, the toe articulation, the finger joints in there. It's not just one joint with the opening and closing 4 fingers like with the Earthrise Optimus. It's got a separate index finger at 2 joints, and it's got the other 3 fingers on 2 joints itself. So that's a lot of articulation and design that you don't see on pretty much any other Optimus Prime that Hasbro's done before. Again, that just plays into the whole competition of it all with future Optimus Prime releases. Now, I do want to bring up the point that there are going to be people out there that are going to be like, I'd rather spend $40 on this Optimus than $90 or $100 on this Optimus. And there might be a time where this Commander Optimus is hard to find, so you're going to end up paying $150, $200 for a copy. That may be the case, but hear me out. I think Hasbro knows the hype about this figure. They know it's G1 Optimus. They know this is the best that they've ever done. So I think after a little while, he's going to be in abundance for at least, I don't know, a few months, a year maybe. I'm not sure. But I think they do know the demand for this Optimus, and we're not going to be left out in the dust for too long at least. It just raises the bar for the future releases. I mean, it looks like you even have clear plastic inserts for all the windows, which you don't really see too often on Optimus Prime figures. So, yeah, man, it's going to be tough with these future releases. Now, with the accuracy, it's a lot more streamlined and simple, less details compared to other generation G1 Optimus Prime figures. He's not generalized in design. They don't take any liberties. It's pretty much cartoon design put into toy form, which we haven't really seen too accurately before. He even has the white thighs and everything. So going forward, there's really not... I mean, they've started to give us more cartoon accurate G1 figures the past couple years, but when you want to put them next to some of those characters that haven't gotten that 86 treatment or solid plastic window treatment with the brighter colors, like what we saw with that Autobot 5-pack or Earthrise Cliffjumper redone with the solid plastic windows, it's going to be a little weird putting them with some of those other characters that still have the clear plastic, that still have the extra sculpted details and liberties taken in the design. So it really changes the aesthetic going forward for at least the G1 characters, which y'all know what that means. That's going to make for another expensive however many years if you're trying to get more of a streamlined G1 collection and shelf for yourself. So yeah, man, Hasbro knows exactly what they're doing with this new Optimus figure. So here's hoping that you know, they start to get to cracking on some of those characters that haven't gotten the more recent 86 updates or solid plastic window updates to better match the more cartoon accurate figures we've been getting. Now, that's not to say that I'm somebody that's like desperately waiting for those updates, because there's a lot of characters that need new figures or have never gotten a figure in their entire lifespan in the franchise before some of these A-list G1 characters get yet again another figure. But I'm just saying that's an option that most people are waiting for now, and I'm sure that's in the back of Hasbro's mind as well. So, yeah. And the last one here for scaling, you know, this Optimus is bigger than the Earthrise, and when you see it compared with some of the other figures that Evan put in that picture, especially with Grimlock, I'm looking at Grimlock mostly. Now, he may be pushed back a bit more in the picture, which is making him look smaller than he really is next to that Optimus. But in dinosaur mode especially, he's supposed to be at least like 2 inches taller than Optimus in dinosaur mode. And in robot mode, he's supposed to be about a head taller or an inch taller, I'd say. More so an inch taller, I think, than Optimus. And I don't know, in robot mode, I think Optimus comes up to... I want to say, I'm assuming here, I haven't seen Grimlock next to this new Optimus just yet. I just saw the dinosaur mode shot with the team shot that Evan did last week, so I'm not sure, I'm just speculating, but I'm assuming Optimus goes up to Grimlock's shoulders, I think, like the top of his shoulders right at his neck. So that's a little too small for Grimlock, so... I don't know, guys. You might be seeing Commander-class G1 Dinobots at some point in the Generations line. So, I don't know. It's up to you guys if you want to buy these Leader-class Dinobots going forward, with how it seems like they're changing the scaling yet again in the Generations line. You know, we saw it first with Ultra Magnus last year. We were like, he's a little bigger than he should be, but you could still fudge it because it's Ultra Magnus and he's always been big. But now they're really pushing it. They seem to be redoing the scaling a bit here, because this is Optimus Prime. He's not supposed to be too big. I think the Earthrise, in terms of height, was perfect. Maybe just make him a tad bit taller and obviously fix the proportions. But they made him, I'd say, considerably bigger and taller than the Earthrise Leader class. Just a little bit too much. So I don't know what their thinking is with the scaling going forward in the years to come. Who knows? Maybe they're going to start redoing the height for some of these characters as well to better match this Commander-class Optimus. But obviously, I don't know for sure. That's just something to keep in the back of your mind, because this is Hasbro we're talking about here, and they do love to redo the scaling and characters every 5-6 years. So who knows what their plan is going forward later on. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Just figured I'd talk about some of these topics that have been going on, you know, in discussions online, and plus discussions I've had in my past videos with this 86 Optimus. Just figured I'd compile it into one video. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. What do y'all think about these changes to 86 Optimus, and how do you think it's going to impact the Generations line going forward? All my social medias are linked down below. My email is also linked down below if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to message me about whatever. Or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions, photography, or just regular display shelves in your homes. You can either hit me up on any of my social media accounts or just email me and we can work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye!